Solve the radical equation. Square root of 2x minus 15 equals the square root of x plus 5. Anytime I have a radical problem, what I want to do is make sure that I have the radical all by itself on one side of the equal sign. Since I have two radicals in this case, I want to make sure they are both by themselves, which they are. So what I'm going to do to cancel out my radicals is I'm going to square both sides. So when I square both sides, what's going to happen is that my square is going to cancel out my square root. And that's happening on the left side and on the right side. So since those two things cancel each other out, I'm left with just what I have underneath my radical. So I have 2x plus 15 on my left side. I have x plus 5 on my right side. From here, I'm able to go ahead and just get x's together and then get x by itself. So because I have two x's, I want to put them together on one side of the equal sign. So I'm going to move my x over to my left-hand side. I undo that by subtracting x on both sides. 2x minus x is going to leave me with 1x, and then this x over here is going to cancel. So I'm left with 1x, which is just x. I still have my minus 15. And then on my right-hand side, since the x's cancel, all I'm left with is my 5. Now to get x by itself, I want to undo minus 15, so I cancel out that by adding 15 on both sides, and I'm left with now x equals 20. Anytime you solve a radical equation, what you're going to want to do is substitute in your value of x to see if that's an actual value that works. Sometimes it's not going to work. So to check this, I'm going to go back to my original equation. I'm going to copy that down and I'm going to substitute in the value I found x to be. So x is 20, so that's going to turn into square root of 2 times 20 minus 15 equals the square root of 20 plus 5. Now I'm going to simplify. Inside my radical, 2 times 20 is going to be 40. And inside this radical, 20 plus 5 is going to be 25. I have to do my subtraction on the left-hand side. 40 minus 15 is going to give me 25. So I have the square root of 25 equals the square root of 25. I am getting the same thing on both sides. So I have that 5 equals 5. So that does work. So because that works, that means that my solution is what I found x to be over here. It is x equals 20.